I stopped pretending I was safe in rooms that really did not want me. And it changed my entire life. You know, those rooms where you sort of walk in and immediately you start making yourself smaller or quieter or more digestible. You literally change your language to fit in, where you perform just enough of yourself to be tolerated by everyone else in the room, but not really seen. I spent years in those rooms. Groups, relationships, work experiences, spaces where my frequency was just too much. My knowing made people very uncomfortable, where my fire was inconvenient. It showed up as too many ideas, and which ultimately overwhelmed people, and I was completely ignored. Well, the funny thing is, I kept going back over and over. I kept pretending that I belonged there, somewhere, anywhere. I kept hoping that someone would recognize the passion and the purpose, the mission. I don't go back anymore. Not because I'm angry, but because I finally understand. In the room where I'm not welcomed and my ideas are just too much, my strength, my power, my wisdom, I'm just in the wrong rooms. I had to stop. There's a difference between a room that recognizes you and a room that likes you. When you're fully recognized, your ideas and concepts are accepted and people run with them, and you feel on fire all the time. You're encouraged to create more and do more things, not less. Not the status quo. When you're liked, you run the risk of just being there for someone else's agenda, not for your brilliance. Here's what nobody tells you about leaving the wrong rooms. The right rooms find you like immediately and automatically. You don't even have to look for them. When you're a creator type, you have to recognize within yourself that you have to stop looking for those rooms that are just too small, that are just wanting to be status quo, that actually can't recognize you. And you have to understand that you are the container. Build what you want instead of joining what already exists that doesn't match you. So this is what happened to me recently. After I stopped going into those rooms that didn't want my frequency, my ideas, my intuitive knowing, all the years that I've accumulated in business and in the creative fields, I literally started having conversations that I never expected, ever. Suddenly, the people who were always on the surface, they wanted to start having conversations about death doulas and menopause and, what happens when you stop pretending that our bodies, our emotions, and our endings don't exist. Those were the kinds of conversations that they wanted to have. The realness that I brought cracked something open. I mean, those conversations led to a bonding that everyone felt and openly talked about. The next thing is I walked into a room of healers and intuitives who didn't want me to be small. Like they wanted more. They wanted more frequency. They wanted more knowing. They wanted more fire. And for the first time, I wasn't too much. When you stop pretending that you're safe in those rooms that don't want you, you become a doorway. And for yourself, and for everyone else who's brave enough to walk through that doorway with you. This is Never Retiring, and thank you for joining me today.